What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today I have an exciting unboxing for you guys. And this is something I am really stoked to check out. So let's open this guy up. We need to be somewhat careful here. So let's get into this guy and see what we got. So within the last week or so, probably the last 2 weeks or so, I had Roaring Fire Gear reach out to me, and they wanted me to take a look at one of their brand new tool rolls. Now, it's not just a tool roll. This is something that can be used for all kinds of stuff. Let's take a little zoom out just so we can get a better. So I have a couple of Roaring Fire Gear equipment, so to speak. I have one of their tool rolls, one of their bigger pouches, and the quality is almost unmatched for the price. They have fantastic pricing, and all their stuff is extremely well made. So let's dive into this thing. This is a little smaller than I thought, because the Armadillo tool roll that I have is quite a bit bigger. So this is actually something that you could kind of load up and actually throw in a backpack or something like that, and you're not going to have a bunch of issues doing so because it's got such a small profile. So we have 4 pockets here on the front for maybe some lighter duty items, whether it's some knife oil or something like that. And then they also have on the flip side 4 bigger pockets, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 stretchable pockets, and then we have a zipper spot down here that actually would probably work better for the lube area there. And before we go too much further, I'll link this product and Roaring Fire Gear's website down below. So if you want to go over there and check this out, or check out some of their other items that they have. This one is called the Roaring Fire Gear Pioneer Mini, and then it's the tool roll. And then they also have backpacks. I think they have sling pouches. They have regular EDC pouches. This is going to be made from canvas, waxed canvas, and this is some very nice stuff. And the nice thing about canvas is it's very durable. Very durable, and it'll eventually take on kind of a patina of its own with use. So very good quality from Roaring Fire Gear, and these are not that expensive. They don't come in at a bad price at all. I think these ones are right around $40, and then they have some other options as well when it comes to the tool rolls and the pouches. So, a lot of people might consider this for some various knives or something like that. So why don't we see what some knives look like in this guy. And then they have some bigger pockets. So if you have some bigger knives, you can throw them in the bigger pockets. We have some skinnier knives here. And this can also, they call it a tool roll for a reason. Like me, this would be perfect. I'm a carpenter, and there's times where I need a few select tools to take into a job with me. This would be perfect to get out and throw, maybe some various wrenches, screwdrivers, pliers, whatever it might be. Load this guy up, roll it up, and take it into the job site. Or this would be perfect to make a nice little kit out of, whether you wanted to make a a toolkit and throw this in a bag or backpack, or you're kitting out a get home bag or something like that, or a bug out bag, this would be perfect for a toolkit, a fire kit. You name it, you can kind of do with this what you want. We could throw some glue in here and zipper that guy up. You could basically make this a knife roll with maintenance products, included in it. So you could throw some knives, you could throw some lube and glue, you could throw your screwdriver in there. You could throw some extra bits over in the zipper pouch. That way they're staying secure. This mesh netting, I'm trying to think of a good... You're going to want something lighter in there. There's another screwdriver here. I'm trying to think what we could do up there. I know what we could do. Flashlights, that sort of thing. If you have, there's the Woobin X3. How about, this would be a perfect spot for some various sized multi-tools like a Victorinox or what have you. Say you need to throw some lip balm in there, getting cold or it's cold, some chapped lips. And then let's just say a microfiber cloth in this last mesh pocket. So you could really, we're going to do some different things with this and see, kind of what we like. But the options are going to be almost endless with what you can do with this guy. You can make it half knife EDC equipment, and then you could throw, if you wanted to throw electronic stuff in here, to keep your phone or whatever other gear you run with, you could keep that kind of stuff in here, like power banks and cordage and that sort of thing. I mean, this could be made into a lot of different kits. This is this is a little different than what I was really thinking what was coming. And the way this is set up, you can make this as big or as small. You can fill this out as much as you want. If you want to make it a little smaller of a kit. Now, it's going to need broke in. This wax canvas is very rigid stuff, but every time we go on vacation or we're leaving the house for an extended period, the Roaring Fire Gear tool roll is one of the first things that I grab, because I can put a ton of flashlights, knives, bit drivers, lube and glue and all that sort of stuff in one spot. Then I have all my knives and all my equipment to take care of them, flashlights. I got all my gear in one spot, and I know exactly where it is when we do go on vacation. And like I said, this thing is going to come in clutch because it's quite a bit smaller of a profile than the Armadillo tool roll. Let's grab that one just to kind of show. So here, I've had this for a couple years, guys, and it is so well done, so well made. It's lasted on several vacation trips. I've used this time and time again for various small trips. They even include some places to throw some patches and that sort of thing. But if you look at the footprint of this, it's quite a bit bigger. So they have several options that you can go with when it comes to their tool rolls. This one's about, I would say, it's about twice the size or close to this one. And this one is the mini of this style. So that makes, the Pioneer Mini, that makes sense. It's a little bit smaller than their full size rolls. But they have a little something for everyone as far as, if you need a pouch, if you need a tool roll, backpack, sling bag, all that sort of stuff, they're going to have it covered, and it's going to be reasonably priced, and it's going to be very well made. I mean, this thing is great looking. This waxed canvas is some good looking stuff. I think they have a couple different colors of this one, and then they have a couple different variations of most of their products. I can also say that the Ember Pro pouch, which is where I store all of my flashlights, it's 2 layers. That thing is out of this world good as far as the quality and the way it's set up. That's the other thing is, you can have tool rolls and pouches and all that sort of thing, but if they're not set up well, they're not going to be that useful. So this is nice. They include a place to enclose things that you don't want that could possibly fall out, like bits or whatever. And then they have some options when it comes to where you're putting stuff. You can put lighter weight stuff up here in the mesh, fold that guy out of the way because it has this, it's stitched in a way that you can flip it out. Then they have elastic bands here. If you need good retention on your item, like a screwdriver or bit driver. And then they have waxed canvas pouches back here. So nice, and a lot of options when it comes to storing your items. And obviously, the more stuff you put in it and is stacked on top of each other, the bigger this is going to get. But say you want to leave a little bit of room in this guy. Say you don't want every spot filled up, and say you want to leave room in case you're getting something else, that you might be getting something else that you want to put in here, or you just want a little bit of a smaller footprint. Say you only need a couple knives to go with you. You have an extra couple spots for whatever. And then if this is set up properly, you can make this a very thin profile. I keep wanting to roll it up from that side. And like I said, this is going to take some breaking in because of the wax canvas. But even with this thing fully loaded, it's going to become a roll the more that it's filled up. I mean, no matter what, it'll be a roll. But with minimal amount, it's not a real big profile, especially when it comes to as much gear as you can put in this. They have a nice little leather stitched Roaring Fire emblem there. I have had Roaring Fire products for the last couple of years, and they have never disappointed when it comes to the quality or the pricing. And I'm a big fan of Roaring Fire gear. I put them up there with my favorite companies that make pouches, backpacks, and I love that they've really perfected the tool roll idea. If you're a hands-on tradesman, whether you're a plumber, carpenter, whatever, an EDC guy, this is going to do wonders for you in keeping things organized and taking things on the go. So kind of multifaceted in that way. And this could definitely be loaded up for just day-to-day gear, kind of your secondary carry, if you will. Stuff you don't keep necessarily on your body, but stuff you want to keep with you. When you leave the house, you have this, and you can take this with you. Gonna be pretty much endless options when it comes to what you could really make this. And then you slide this guy through here, and then I think you cinch it down, and then you shove it back up through here. Not as easy under the camera as it looks. This is if you really want to cinch it down. and you're traveling, that baby's not going anywhere. Yeah. This canvas is so rigid. Once you get this filled up, cinch it down, and it's not going anywhere. It's not going to open up on you. The stuff, the way it's laid out and designed, the stuff is not going to come out of there. That other sleeve goes over top of your wax canvas pouches and your elastic pouches. And then your stuff is not going to come out this way because it's cinched down and tightened over top of those mesh pockets. So a very well thought out design. You have the cross stitching here for this. So this is going to hold up very well as far as your strapping goes. Looks like a good heavy duty buckle there. Good heavy duty buckle. Great quality, and coming in at 40 bucks, you know, that's full price. So I'm sure I've seen a lot of their stuff be on sales, different sales. So there's probably going to come a time when you can get this even cheaper than that. But even at 40 for full retail, I think this is a definite score. And the bigger tool roll that I showed you earlier is a touch cheaper at 33. And then they have a ton of different pouches and tool rolls. They have the Armadillo Mini, so like the one you saw, the full-size one, but they have a mini of that. A bunch of options, guys. So I'll leave a link down in the description for this store and this product. You can head over there and check out some of their various gear. If you haven't heard of Roaring Fire gear, you don't really know what you're missing. And if you haven't checked out what they offer, you don't know what you're missing. They have top-notch quality. Like I said, I've been a huge fan of Roaring Fire gear for several years now at this point, and all the products that I have of theirs have held up extremely well. They get used, and just a thumbs up, 5-star for Roaring Fire gear. We're going to also include a video on the Dr. Prepper channel for this guy as well, and then we're going to do a full overview / review of this guy coming up in a different format. We'll go over all the specs of this. We'll kit it out a couple different ways. I just wanted to show kind of one way that it could be done here today in the unboxing. But we'll have a couple more videos to come on this guy. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. If you have any other concerns or comments, leave them down below. I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel or you've been here before and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.